Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, let's take a look at the disappointment in Bitcoin's price action and where are we heading from here. Well, before going further, as always, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. So last night when I did the video on Bitcoin, price action was looking really great, but I had raised a caution. I mentioned that we still have to have this session close above $89,000. Though the things were looking like they will close above 89,000, however, it just turned into a disappointment. And it's a shame. It's a shame that Bitcoin is still not able to push through after multiple tests. These are multiple tests, guys. So where are we heading from here? Now, at this point, we are still sideways, but we are a little bit on the weakening side. So you have to be definitely cautious. Okay, it's not right now a situation where it's just like a pullback like we had here, even though we are still bearish here as well. Like we were negative or sideways, we weren't bullish here, but it was still more looking like a rebound pullback, and this was more of a confirmation. But I wanted to see this particular session close above 89,000 that I also mentioned yesterday in my video. Unfortunately, it did not do that. We are not fully back again in the one leg lower situation right now, but we are definitely weakening again. Okay. For upside, let's talk about that first. What we'll have to see for that. We'll still have to close a session above 89,000 strong. Okay. $90,000 is also the zone, but even if we can just close a session above $89,000, that's a win in itself. And that will bring the strength. We need to see a session close. It's important, especially when the market opens. And this is what I mentioned last night as well, guys. Market will open and then we will see what happens. So when the regular market opened, well, the sell-off came. Now this usually is when the market is opening, all these big players, institutional, they have their all different type of ETFs that are spot ETF on Bitcoins, and they trade on the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange. So it's very likely they're dumping in that exchange market, right? They're correlated ETFs and all. The or investors are dumping, right? But institution do hold on their behalf, right? Many of the retail investors, well, yes, they are retail investors, but many are still managed by institutions, right? Big funds. So, and this is where yes, weekend price action before the regular market opened was great, but we want to see a hold in the price action and a strength when the regular NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange is also open. Okay. Anyhow, so where are we heading from here? As I say, we are technically in the little bit on the weakness side, but this is what you are watching, level to the downside, that is 86,341. If we lose this significant level, then we will possibly make a next leg lower to around 84. The thing is that we will just remain weak. So below 89,000, technically we are still in the weakness. And only above 89,000 with the session close is where some strength possibility is. Let's get to the hourly interval, and I want to talk a couple of things here as well. And here on the hourly interval also, we are in the decline here. If you are looking for a near-term strength for a rebound to even begin to even test to $89,000, well, that's is above 87,505. If Bitcoin from here a little bit get above that, it can little bit start to push again. But right now, no, below that we are just in the weakness, and yeah, most likely we are heading to the at least right now in the price action, weakness is there. Okay. All right. So which is, look, Bitcoin is liquidity hungry always, and you will see a lot of the times that it really goes for the liquidity grabs all the time. It's very liquidity hungry. And so let's just take a high level look at Ethereum as well. I'm not going to talk in detail on Ethereum here, but still it's the same thing, just like as Bitcoin. This also struggled in the similar way. So that's that. Anyways, we'll see what happens. Definitely, we do have another good support at 73 and 72,000. I do consider if Bitcoin doesn't hold or doesn't go up from here and we test 73, I do consider that will be most likely uh, the bottom, at least to give us a good rebound first. Okay. And at least I do expect at 73,000 we'll see some stabilization. But this is Bitcoin. Okay, this is what happens when Bitcoin can go sideways for even 10 months, right? Here you go, right? So that's the whole point. This when look, the run-ups happens only for weeks. Okay, these are just weeks amount of run-ups, right? I'm on the daily interval, but you get my point, right? Like most of the time things just are consolidating on Bitcoin, right? Even up there and here, and it's just few weeks of a week or two of the moves. Okay, so you have to be prepared, and that's why these technical levels are very important, because they help you to be prepared, right? Otherwise you should be deploying your capital in some other places, right? Because you don't want to be having your capital locked in a sideways action. All right guys, that's all I had for you in this video, and with that we'll see you in the next videos. Take care, bye.